Hey, I'm Jesse Hunt with Unofficial. We're a web design and digital marketing agency located in downtown Memphis. Since 2002, I've been helping Mid-South businesses just like yours improve their websites and find more customers on the internet. Today, I'm going to perform a video website audit on your website that'll show you some areas for improvement that might be hurting your business. The entire audit will take 15 to 20 minutes and should leave you substantially more informed about what's working and what's not working so well on your website. I hope you'll find the audit informative and that you'll keep me in mind if you ever need some help working on your existing website or building a new one. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's get started.
Hey Alan, so here we are on the homepage of your website. As you can see, we're at www.midsouthmovingandstorage.com, and what I want to do is spend a few minutes, scroll through your website, talk about what I'm seeing here on the site. We'll go and we'll visit Google and see what Google has to say about you and see how you're doing in the Google search results. We will then come back to my browser here, look at your website, and use a few tools that I have installed on my browser to get a better understanding of what's happening on your website, kind of behind the scenes from a technical perspective. And yeah, so when I land on your homepage here, the first thing I notice, I noticed this picture of the truck that I can't actually see. I'm not sure that I like that. I want to see your truck. If that's your truck and it's got your name on the side of it, show me. Show me that it's actually your truck. It feels like it could be any company's truck right there. So I'm guessing that's a kind of a cool picture. I mean, it looks like it's got nice background and all that stuff, but I can't see it, and that bothers me a little bit. I do notice that your phone number's up here in the header. I think that's good. Usually, though, I would say your logo should be up here in the top left. I think the business name is probably the first thing that people usually want to see, and make sure they're on the right website, make sure it's a reputable company, and then either put the phone number just below the logo or put the phone number over here on the right or something like that. So I would say up here your logo should probably be here. I do see that below that it says Germantown TN Movers, Mid-South Moving and Storage. Now, from a search engine standpoint, I really get the feeling that this website has been optimized specifically for Germantown. I notice, I'm going to scroll down and jump around a little bit, but as I scroll down here, I see where it says, down here in the footer, we service Germantown, Tennessee, Collierville, Tennessee, Bartlett, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Arlington, Tennessee, Cordova, Tennessee, and Olive Branch, Mississippi, Shelby County, and DeSoto County. So it seems that you serve a lot of areas, but the website seems very specific to Germantown. So I wonder if that's intentional, if that's how you wanted it, or if that's just that whoever built this website for you went after the low-hanging fruit and didn't try to get aggressive and make you show up in other cities. So the Google review here, and this, I think that's good. My recommendation though is I would put a contact form up here above the fold. When I say above the fold, I mean where the visitor doesn't have to scroll before they get to it. So make it really easy for people to get in touch with you whenever they're ready to get in touch. So a big request a quote form or something like that. As I scroll down, I see that you do have a free instant quote form here. I would just put this up here so that when people land on your website, if they're ready to request a quote, don't make them scroll halfway down the website in order to get it. Put it up there where it's obvious. I do like that you've got lots of content on the homepage. I think that's good. Have you really been on NBC and ABC, Fox? Have you been on all these channels? I'm curious about that. If so, then congratulations. That's really cool. 30% off all packing supplies, apartment moves, piano moves. Okay, I like all this. I think the text is good, so good job there. I like the Google map. I like that you've got your address here. I think that's really good. So yeah, that's my critique of the homepage in a nutshell. Let's scroll through here. About us. Wow, that's a lot of text. Text is good. Google likes text. Definitely not criticizing that at all. The one thing I would say, once again, move your instant quote field or form up the page. So put this text, down further, or put some on the side. Put your form over here. Get your request a quote form at the top of the page so people can fill it out right away. The other thing I notice when I land on this page, your business name doesn't show up. It's got your phone number, but no business name. So there's nothing here that immediately jumps out and smacks me and says, hey, we're talking about Mid-South Moving and Storage. All right. services. So if we go to services, now we're talking. Now this is where your contact form should be. That's how that ought to be. We've got buttons that go to the specific pages here. Yeah, I think all these look pretty good. I won't spend too much time on this. Moving resources, moving tips. Yeah, again, I think all that's good. I'm not going to dwell on that too much. And then I like how you've got your address, all this information here. So now, next thing I did, I went to Google and I searched Mid-South Moving and Storage. Now what came up here is, this is what I was trying to see, is this local listing that comes up right here. And as you can see, it says Mid-South Moving and Storage. That's your business name. That's great. Your address, it shows as Germantown, TN. Now on your website, you've actually got a physical address listed. So I would encourage you over here to make Google, update this listing and give Google your full address. I think that'll help you in your search engine rankings. Google wants to see consistency between your listing here and what's listed on your website. So making that change is fairly easy. Won't take much time at all. Make sure the phone number matches up. Yep, phone number matches, so that's good. Everything's good there. Now, here's my concern. I mentioned earlier, everything seems targeted to Germantown. So if you look here, because Google has you listed as a service area instead of using your address, Google puts a box around what they think is your service area. As you can see, that's only Germantown. It doesn't go outside of Germantown. So all those areas we talked about earlier, Collierville and Shelby County and DeSoto County and Olive Branch, Memphis, all those places, Google doesn't understand that you serve those areas. Definitely think that this needs to be updated in Google. So claiming your Google local listing or getting control over your Google listing and updating that to let Google know that you serve a much larger area than just Germantown, Tennessee is going to help you to get more business from your website. I would recommend doing that. All right. Close that up. Next thing here, I did a quick, this is called Google's mobile friendly test. Google wants to see that your website's mobile friendly, that it works well on mobile devices, iPads, iPhones, Android devices, all that good stuff. As you can see, Google says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. So I won't talk too much about that other than to say good job on that front. Next here, I tried to put myself in the shoes of somebody that might be a potential customer of yours. And I said, okay, if I was a potential customer of Alan's, what might I type into Google in order to find somebody that provides the services they provide? So here I searched Germantown Moving Companies. Now, I would expect you to show up here because that's what your website was heavily optimized for. So we're going to ignore this first one because this is an advertisement. We'll come down here to what we call the local results. As you can see, Andrews Affordable Moving Company, Black Tie Moving Services, and then Mid-South Moving and Storage. So you show up in these local results, but you're at the very bottom of the list here on the first page. Now, it's great that you made the list, but I think it would be even better if you were showing up in the number one spot. So I think there are probably some things that could be done optimization-wise to move you up this list, and if that's something you're interested in talking about, I'd love to chat with you about it. Below that, in these organic listings, as we scroll down through here, your website's not showing up at all in these organic listings. So these local results, it's great that you're showing up here, but sometimes they're unstable. These can change from day to day, so you might be in the number 3 spot now, you might show up in the number 1 spot tomorrow, or you might be nowhere to be found. Showing up in these organic results down here have a little more stability, and once you rank well here, generally your spot will hold a little tighter. So I would love to see you ranking up here in the top 3 or 4 results on the organic results as well, which isn't happening right now. Basically, that means that if somebody's down here looking at these, if for some reason this local result doesn't show up on a particular search, or if you don't show up in the 3-pack up here on any given day, these competitors are going to be getting the business instead of you, which obviously is probably a problem. All right, so the next keyword I did here, Memphis movers. I tried to get outside of the Germantown area. We identified that your website's pretty heavily optimized for Germantown, but how does it rank in Memphis? How does it rank in Collierville? So here we did Memphis movers. All 4 of these are ads. We're going to ignore that. Come down here, you're not showing up at all in the local results. And as we scroll through, we got Craigslist, 2 Men in a Truck, All My Sons, Big League, Yelp, Armstrong Relocation, Cooper Moving. You're not showing up at all on the first page here for Memphis movers. I think that's a really significant missed opportunity. I think there's definitely some room for improvement there. And so if that's something that you're interested in, if being able to show up in searches like that and get more business from these Google searches is something that you'd like to know more about, give me a call and let's talk about that. I can probably help you there. Right, next up, I did Memphis Moving Companies. Really the same deal here. Not showing up in the local results. Scroll through, not showing up in any of these organic results down here either. So again, probably a missed opportunity. And finally, I did Collierville. It's a smaller market. I figured, it might be a little easier to make you rank in Collierville than Memphis. And so if we scroll through here, again, not showing up in the local results, and also not showing up here in the organic results on the first page. So really, it seems that Germantown is the only city that your website's been optimized for, and I think that's probably a missed opportunity. Obviously, being here in the Mid-South, I realize that Germantown is a desirable demographic, but it's certainly not the only desirable demographic in the Mid-South. So I think a lot could be done to make you show up in some of these other towns. Collierville, East Memphis, Olive Branch, South Haven, that kind of thing could really generate a heck of a lot more business for you. So if that interests you, let's have a chat about it. All right, I'm gonna come back to your website, look at a couple more things real quick. The first thing I've got is this little widget on my browser here. This is called the Google Tag Assistant. It scans your website and looks to see if you've got any Google tags installed. I was specifically hoping to find Google Analytics, and as you can see right here, you do have Google Analytics installed on your website. Now, I'm curious to know, are you monitoring your Google Analytics? Do you even know that you have Google Analytics installed, or is that something that your web designer set up for you and never really told you about? Google Analytics tells you how many people are coming to your website, what they're looking at while they're there, what website did they come from. So did they come from Google? Did they come from Facebook? Did they come from the Better Business Bureau or whatever? And then what did they do once they got on your website? Did they hit the home page and immediately leave? Or did they click through some pages and then fill out a contact form? If you're not looking at your Google Analytics, I highly recommend that you look at it. It provides really good data. And if you need some help understanding what all that data means, just give me a shout. I'll be glad to go through it with you and explain all of the information that's contained within those reports. It provides really good information to know whether or not your website's doing a good job as a marketing tool for your business. All right, last thing here. This is a tool I've got installed on my computer. It's called SEO Quake. This is a page SEO audit. So it just runs through some of the things that have been done to optimize your website for the search engines and displays it in a way that makes it nice and easy for me to describe to you. Now, the first thing I look at is the title tag. In my opinion, that's the number one place that we want to see your keywords. Your title tag on your homepage is Mid-South Moving and Storage - Germantown, Tennessee Movers, Germantown TN Movers, rather. I think that's a pretty good title. I think you need to have other good titles on your other pages. So let's just look real quick and see what this one says. So I went to your search. Let's go to local moving, and we'll do the same thing here. Diagnosis. All right, so this one just says local moving, Mid-South moving and storage. That's not nearly as good a title, in my opinion. You need to have really good optimized titles using different keywords on every single page throughout the website. That's one of the places where I would target those Memphis keywords we talked about, the Collierville keywords, South Haven, Olive Branch, etc. All right, so coming back over here, still talking about your homepage now. Meta description. Meta description is where Google pulls the text that it uses to describe your website in the search results. Yours is too long, so you probably want to shorten that up. That'll increase the likelihood that Google uses that description. It also gives you the ability to provide a really compelling description of your website that tells people why they should choose you instead of your competitors. So meta description is worth putting some thought into and making sure you get it right. Heading tags are another really important place to see your keywords. And so the first one here is Germantown TN Movers, which is great, but the rest of them aren't so good. They're not really optimized very much. I think that's a missed opportunity. Again, your website's heavily optimized for Germantown, but it's just missing all the other local cities. So I think that's a missed opportunity. Images, 9 images without alt text. An alt text describes the image so Google can understand what an image is about. I think that's a mistake. I think that needs improvement. Text to HTML ratio, 22.9%, not bad. They suggest adding more text to your website. It's always good to add more text to your website, but you've got a pretty good bit of text, so I'm not sure that that's really a problem. Other things it notices, it says you don't have a specified language for your website. You don't have micro formats. I'm not going to get into all the technical complexities of all this. Suffice it to say, there are some things on your website that could be done to improve your search engine rankings. And I'll just leave it at that. If you want to talk more about it, if you want to hear some of the more technical aspects of it, I'll be glad to talk about that with you. If you don't really care to get bogged down in the technical aspects and you just want somebody to help you fix it, man, I'm your guy. I can help you with that for sure. Alan, I hope this was informative. I hope that that you found this interesting. I'm going to wrap it up right there. My ultimate goal here is to be a resource for you to ultimately earn your trust and earn your business. I want to be your go-to website guy. So if you want some help fixing your search engine rankings, if you want some help sprucing up the design and making this thing look a little more current, getting this truck image where, you know, it's front and center and people can actually see that it's your truck and not just some random moving company, any of the things that I've talked about here during this audit, I would absolutely love to have a chance to work with you on it. I want to be your go-to website guy. So give me a call. Let's talk about it. My cell phone number is 901-491-6490. Again, if you want to write that down, 901-491-6490. I'll send this over to you in an email here in a few minutes, and then if I haven't heard from you in a couple of days, I'll follow up. Just make sure you got it and see if you have any questions and see if there's anything I can help you with. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and I look forward to working with you real soon, or at least chatting with you about it real soon. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.